You know the vibes. It's story time Friday. Go ahead and sit back, relax, grab your little snacks, and tune in for this tea.
Hey, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. About none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. About none of that shit.
So before we get right up into this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment, say, hey girl, how you doing? I'm tuned in, I'm here, whatever, say anything you want. Make sure your subscribe button is hit and your notification bell is on, because when I notify, what? So you can be notified every time I post, okay? We're gonna get right up into the story time. I will have my social media on the screen for a minute or so you can go ahead and follow me there. I'm about to get real active. Just wait on me. Just wait on me. Okay, anyway, so we're gonna get right into the story. This is basically, how can I put this? This is basically like me spoiling my ex versus when it was time for me to get spoiled. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I'm gonna tell what he did first, because that was my face the whole trip. And also, y'all, I want to mention that my ex, my daughter's father, Dre, if you don't know about Dre, y'all catch up. I should make a whole Dre playlist so the new people can catch up. Y'all need to, I've been through a lot. Pray for me. No, I'm good. I'm healing. He was cheap as hell. Can I say hell this early? Okay. He was very, very cheap. I used to call him Julius from Everybody Hates Chris. Yes, the penny pinching daddy. He's the penny pinching daddy. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's like sometimes I don't penny pinch, okay? I'm the type, like, treat yourself, don't cheat yourself, you know what I'm saying? Even when he was up with money, because you know, being a local tree man, you got your high times and your low times, good times and bad times. You know, the low times, they bring out the evil. Like, if you know, you know. If you ever been with the local tree man, you know the emotional roller coaster that is. Okay, so I'm a really tell everything that happened in the order that it happened, because when I remember things, like, that's how my brain does it, in order. I can't just be like, oh, let me skip this part because I feel like it won't make sense to y'all. You know, so I just really gotta tell it all right? So let's hurry up. I'm on a time crunch because I need to put my garment back on. So I'm trying to do this in under an hour. Let's get into it. So this takes place around the time when me and Dre had got our first apartment, like our first space alone, basically, because we had like 8 different roommates in 3 different places, and it was just, we was always with a roommating it up, and we really had our own space for the first time, and it felt surreal to me. Like, I didn't even believe it even when I had the keys. But listen, that apartment complex, that was our moving into that apartment complex was our biggest downfall. Like, that really hit us hard. And come to find out, we was living right across from a police officer. If you want a membership, I already told y'all about this incident that we had. And I think in one of my videos, I actually said that Dre never hit me. Like, that's true. He never, I meant to say like punched. I don't feel like getting into it, y'all. But we've had domestic situations. I wasn't the only aggressor. Anyway, this apartment gave me flashbacks talking about it. By this point, I had my daughter. She was around 1. And one thing about it, I worked at Lowe's and Dre worked at a car rental place. And then he was a local tree man too. So he was always in Cali, like every 2 weeks. So that meant every 2 weeks I would have to make it up an excuse for my job to take off. If my off days wasn't surrounded by, like, around the days that he was going out of town, I would have to make up an excuse like, oh, y'all, Lowe's, they hate me. I probably can't never get a job. I wouldn't want to work there ever again, but I probably could never get a job there again. Actually, that's another story, because I actually did try to go back, and she was like, I know you ain't calling my phone. I just told my draws with Lowe's. They was like, So anyway, Dre had to go to Cali this one particular time. I didn't know, he didn't really talk to me about money unless it was getting low and he didn't really have much, and it was time to ask me for something. But other than that, when he was up, like, he didn't have to tell me he was up. I could just see it in the way that he moved. Like, he would be getting this and that, you know, he would just be moving different. Real different. So this time it was time to go to Cali. I didn't know where he was with the money, but I'm assuming that he had it, right? So usually he leave me carless. We go grocery shopping. I get like 2-3 days worth of stuff for me and my daughter, and he take the car and leave. But this time he had me drive him to Houston. So we took that 2-hour drive to his mom's house, dropped him off. From there, somebody's gonna take him to the airport. So yeah, I took that drive back home by myself, and I had the car to do whatever. Which, like I said, it was rare. I'm back home chilling or whatever. Dre's supposed to be gone 3-4 days. It's day 2, and he's supposed to be gone about 4 days, right? So when I get a call from him, it was like, why is you calling me? It's day 2. Like, what's the problem? I already knew something was the problem. We checked in and stuff, like, hey, let me know when you make it type stuff. But when he was gone, I really let him just do him, because if I called too much, it was,
oh, I gotta handle my business. You preventing me from handling my business.
And I would just be like, all right, you know what? I'm not even gonna call no more or whatever. Because it was always like I was the problem for checking in. So I was like, whatever. So yeah, he called me, I answered, and he was like,
hey, yeah, you know, what you doing, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
And I'm like, nothing, chilling. He was like,
man.
When I heard that,
man,
I already knew, like, especially calling me out of town, you need some money. So, man, so he go,
man, I need a favor. I'ma pay you back. I just need like $200-$300.
Going on and on. When I heard $200-$300, mentally I tuned out. It was like, he was like,
I need $200-$300.
Like, that's all I heard after, just nothing. Because I was like, oh, here we go. Like, my ears started ringing. Here we go. Because it was like a thing when I let him borrow money or something like that. I never got paid back. It always like went towards something. I mean, I'm not going to say I never got paid back, because sometimes I did. But usually, like when we was living together and stuff like this and this at this time, it was always like, yeah, I'm going to put it towards this. So I'm going to put it towards the bills. So, you know, you ain't got to pay this. You ain't got to worry about that and blah, blah, blah. I'm just pay it all. And I want my cash. I want my cash. So I put it together immediately. This is why he left me the car. When he left, he knew his funds was looking funny. So I was like the backup, just in case like he like lost gambling or something, because it's casinos in Cali, and homeboy had a little gambling thing. But you know what? The gambling thing actually, like, it worked out a few times. But anyway, if anything happened and he just like lost out and didn't have nothing, he knew that I could go and get him a MoneyGram and send it Walmart to Walmart. I don't know why we didn't use Cash App. He needed cash. I feel like that's why he didn't use Cash App. And Cash App card wasn't around. And if it was around, it wasn't popular and we didn't know about it, and he didn't have one. So MoneyGram or whatever, MoneyGram, that was the quickest and easiest way to get money to him. So I had to pack up me and my baby, head down to the Walmart and send him a MoneyGram. And I had done this before, like, mind you, this is nothing new. Like, this was almost a routine. I had sent so much money to him before when he was out of town and didn't have it or lost it. I sent him the MoneyGram. I sent him the receipt with the number on it so he can go pick it up. And when I sent him that, he called me and he was just like, yeah, you know, when I get back, I'm going to, you know, flip the profit, whatever. I'm going to have it in a few days and I'm going to pay you back. I'm going to pay you back. I'm going to pay you back. So I remember him just saying,
all right. Yeah, all right.
And that was his version of thank you. He would say that or
appreciate it.
But he would never say thank you. And I always thought that was like, so how hard is it to say thank you? I remember him saying,
all right. You still got your half of the rent.
I'm looking at my phone like, I should be asking you. I should be asking you that. Why are you asking me? Obviously I do. So I'm like, yeah, I got my half. I got my half of the rent. Emphasis on half. So you know that I'm only paying half and you better have your half too. So he was like, yeah, I guess he caught it. He was like, yeah, you know, when I flip this, whatever, I'm gonna have my half, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, what ended up happening was the same thing that always happened. He was like, I'm gonna just put that $300 you gave me towards the rent so you can only give me $75, because y'all, we looked up on some apartments. There was some recently some recently converted apartments. So they was like an old folks home, but then they got converted into regular apartments. So they was like really they was like rent control, because you know, like old folk living is rent controlled. So they was still rent control. I don't know if they still are till this day, but at least we thought we looked up. There was a reason that these apartments was $750 or something. It was like $750, and there was a reason for that. It was like, y'all, it was like freaking it was like a place where they made it look nice on the outside, but once you start living there, you could see what it really is. A hunk of junk. These are the type of situations that I was in when he was down on the money. Now, fast forward a few weeks and he seemed to have come up. I don't know if he doubled, tripped, flipped, and slapped and dipped. I don't know what he did, but he turned a profit and he was up a little bit. So I could see by the way he was moving, you know, buying shrimp and all this. Your bitch, we ate shrimp, but it was like the tiny shrimp. But when he was up, we would get the bigger shrimp. So I'm like, okay, something different, you know. Like I could just tell by the little things, like, you know, that nigga walk different when he had more money in his pocket, you feel me? So yeah, fast forward a few weeks, he was up, time to take another Cali trip, time to make up another excuse for my job. So but this time he was like, he came to me, you know, I'm just chilling in the room, he came to me like, yeah,
I need to go back out to Cali. You want to come, like you want to go to California. This is going to be different though. Like, I want to take Nye to the beach.
Nye is our daughter. I want to take her to the beach. You know, I'm going to find something for us to do and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, like, all right, we finna really step out. Like, because, you know, in the past, if you see my other story times about him, like that one time we drove 27 hours because he insists on taking the absolute longest way to avoid certain patrols and stops or whatever. So yeah, we drove 27 hours for me to sit up in a room, not even a cute good one, you know, a roach motel. Like it was really a terrible room. So yeah, and there was like many other times where we went to Cali or Vegas and stuff, and I was just like sitting in a room twiddling my thumbs. And for him, it was like,
you knew what it was. We came out here on business. I had to handle my business.
So this time it ain't business. He ain't really talking business. But then he go,
yeah, but instead of flying, I want to drive this time because it's cheaper.
Immediately unenthused. I'm not interested no more. Physically, no, probably had to stank his face on. Hell no, I hate driving and you want me to drive another 20 plus hours again. Like, mind you, in the past I've done this like so many times, like at least 4 or 5 times, probably 4 times. And 2 of the times I was pregnant, big belly pregnant. So he was like, no, this is going to be different. I ain't going to have you stuck up in a room all day and we're going to do this, blah, blah, blah. Just basically saying the same stuff. And he was like, you know, I work at whatever. And I'm going to get the car for cheap. So it's just going to be like all around cheaper because we would have to pay for my daughter a seat. Yeah, because she was like, wasn't we going to have to pay for her seat? I think, yeah, actually, because we did fly with her and we had to pay for her seat. So yeah, we was going to have to pay for her a seat. And like, I don't know. I don't think he wanted to pay for that. So he wanted to drive. Fast forward to the day, he wake up early to go get the car. I wake up early too, and I make these bomb ass breakfast burritos so we won't have to stop and get food. And because I knew my man, like to pinch their pennies, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make us like 4 burritos. Why was I think they was thick. Like, when I tell you we had 2 burritos left on the way back, but there was a refrigerator in the room, so whatever. I mean, were they still good? I don't think we ate them because it had been days at this point. So yeah, but we still had them. When I got home, I threw them away. But anyway, I made these big fat breakfast burritos. I packed chips, stuff to drink, little snacks for my baby. So yeah, he finally come back with the car. We pack it up and we on the road, just like that. He started out driving. I'm sitting in the back with my baby, you know, so she could be comfortable and stuff like that. We take turns driving the whole way. Fast forward, we get there. Y'all, mind you, from where we live to the part of California that we was going, 23 hours. And then on the way back, like I said, he wanted to take the longest way possible to avoid certain like little checkpoint things, whatever. So 27 hours. We get to the room, we check in. It was like this little, one thing about it, even if he had came up, he was still pretty cheap. So it was like this little hotel, but it wasn't like a motel or nothing, but it was just like, it had that homey feel to it. I don't know how to explain it, but it was better than a lot of the other rooms we had been in. Actually, no. I would say this, we had been in better rooms before this. So yeah, we get up into the room, we lay down, whatever. I feed my daughter, she knock out, so I knock out with her. And then everybody sleep basically. I get up, when we finally wake up, I wake up first. I always like wake up first. And I started taking a shower, doing my hair and makeup and everything. And then like 20 minutes into that process, Dre is up. He take a shower. Y'all know dudes can get ready in about 15 minutes. So he was ready like that. And he started grabbing keys and fumbling for like blunts and stuff. And I'm like, where you going? Where you go? Like, where are you going? He was like, man, I just gotta go. I gotta meet this nigga real quick. I gotta handle a little business. And then when we come back, we're gonna go here and do this. Like, I'm gonna find something for us to do. And I was like, I feel like he could see my face go from, you know. So he was like, man, by the time I get back, you should be done. Like, and then we gonna leave right out and blah, blah, blah. It's just right up the street. I'm not gonna be that long, probably like an hour. So I'm like, okay, an hour. I can take my time getting ready, do my hair, whatever. So y'all, I bust like 115 wand curls up in my head because I had half up, half down. I do my makeup real cute, but I don't get dressed because I was gonna get dressed at the last minute. Like when he walked in, I could have just threw on clothes or whatever. I took my time getting ready, so it took about an hour. So I'm like, okay, any minute now, but I'm just chilling, you know, because sometimes it might take an hour 20. So I get on Snapchat, I start snapping, pull me up a drink, because, you know, we finna step out, we finna have a good day. So let me get a little light buzz going, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, my daughter is, I think she was just waking up when I had just finished. So yeah, I'm getting her ready, whatever, giving her a little bath. And really, I'm just playing with her on Snapchat. Like, I remember snapping so much on that day, and I actually still have a lot of the snaps. So now it's been an hour and like 30 minutes. So I text him like, what are you doing? Like, where are you at? No response. I let about 5 minutes go by. Like, I can be a pretty patient person, but come on now, it's been like an hour 30. What's up? You promised an hour, and this wasn't no business trip. He didn't respond, so I call him, and he was like,
hello, yeah, I'm on the way. I'm in traffic right now. Give me about, I want to say like 30 minutes.
So yeah, 30 minutes. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get dressed, pull me up a little more Crown Royal, because we had Crown Royal. I don't know if I bought, yeah, I had to have bought that like beforehand, because I definitely didn't buy it there. Yeah, time keep going by, but it's cool because like I'm playing with my baby, we watching TV. I swear, from the time my baby was 1, she was just like goofy. I love it. Like, we was just being so goofy. I don't know. Oh, my baby. By this time, it had been 2 hours and my baby fell back asleep. Like, she had the itis because I fed her again. She had the itis, and yeah, she done went back to sleep. Like I said, I could be a pretty patient person. So I let maybe another 25 minutes go by, something like that. At this point, I'm like, okay, let me call him, because like, I'm mad, but I had to like really calm myself down and think like, what if something happened to him? Imagine being so upset to the point you want to curse somebody out, and then you actually call and figure out like, oh, they got an accident, flat tire, something like really happened, because that's happened before. He got a flat tire on a freeway, and yeah, it was just like a whole lot. So I was like, let me just call him. Let me calm down, get him to BOD and call. So I'll call him. He answered the phone like, hello, music loud, bumping in the background, like I could barely hear him. I'm like, can you turn the music down? Where are you at? And he was like,
you ain't get my message? I told you I got held up waiting for somebody.
And I was like, boy, what message? I didn't get no message. And I've been checking my phone. That's how I know that it's been like 2 hours and 30 minutes almost. And he was like, man, I text you. So he was like, man, hold up. All right. So while we on the phone talking, I'm looking at my phone through our messages. Not a message in sight, like I said. So I was like, Dre, I don't have no messages. I just checked again. And he was like,
man, what, bro? What? I sent it, man. I sent it at, man, hold up, let me look. Whatever. I'm trying to drive and I'm trying to use my GPS. I can't be doing all this. My bad, bro. I forgot to hit the send button.
If I could have smacked every dreadlock out his head, you get on my fucking nerves. That's all I was thinking, like, bruh, come on. I thought this wasn't no business trip, and I should have known, like, every time, like, what are we going to California for? But honestly, we always said, like, one day we're just going to have to take a trip to Cali and just, like, have fun, you know, without the stress of business. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it was him saying that kind of shit because I ain't had no business in Cali. Like, if I ever go to Cali, it's going to be for fun. But going with him, it was just like, every experience was, I hated it. Like, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it was just like, I've been out here so many times and I've never seen nothing that California has to offer. So yeah, he going on and on with the excuses, and I just had to cut him off simply by saying, how long you finna be? Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. How long you finna be? And he was like, man,
Just give me 30 more minutes. I'm like 30 minutes away. I'm 30 minutes away.
and he was like, I'm gonna take why I always see when somebody walking, that distract me. He was like, he gonna take the HOV. I don't care. Take what you gotta take. Just get here. Because it's about to be 3 hours. It's about to be dark soon. Like, what are we realistically gonna do in California at nighttime with a 1-year-old? Like, a 1-year-old is not a part of the nightlife. We don't got nobody to watch her. It's either me, either I'm gonna do something or you gonna do something. So let's go. We're trying to do like family things, you know? Somehow, some way, I end up falling asleep. I mean, not even somehow, some way. I was off that crown. So me and my daughter, we just sleeping in bed, TV going, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up to the door opening, and he was like, all right, y'all ready? All right, y'all ready to go? Let's go. Oh man, you in here sleeping. I checked my phone, groggy as hell, but I see that another hour had passed. And you talking about you sleep. What else I'm gonna do, Dre? What else I'm gonna do? It was just, I don't even know how to explain this. I would have to wait around on him. So then I would just like take my time getting ready, because I knew I had to wait around on him because he had to wait and go hit 50 licks. So then if something changed or all of a sudden it's like, all right, let's go. Come on, man. Come on. Just come on. You don't need to do all that. Come on. And it gave me anxiety. Like, please do not rush me. Why are you rushing? You stay rushing me, but I always got to wait on you and just work and live around your schedule. I hated it. It basically gave me so much anxiety. I was like, don't rush me. Don't rush me, because I've been waiting on you for 3 hours. Close to 4 hours. So he get the liquor out the little mini fridge, and he was like, yeah, so all right, where you want to go? You made it seem like you knew what we was going to do today. This was going to be a fun family day. And so far, all me and my baby done seen is the inside of this little hotel room. So I'm like, I thought you knew where we was going to go. Like, I thought you was taking me somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought this was like a little cute family. You know, I'm about to do something for my girl day, because I got cute as fuck. Okay, so he was like, yeah, all right, come on, let's just go, whatever. So we was in Ontario, and we was driving around for like 30 minutes. I don't even know, it wasn't that long, like 30 minutes. And I want to say we went to Riverside. So we're just driving around, and then we pull up into this random ass like not parking lot, but you know them little strip things where you can walk around. They got like a Ross or a Walmart over here, and the nail shop, and the Subway, and the pizza place, and all kinds of stuff over there. So yeah, it was like one of them little strip things, right? So we pulled up, and he was like, you want to get your nails and toes done? So yeah, I don't even make a face. I'm like, yeah, because I'm grateful for whatever. But looking back, it was just like, you didn't have shit for us to do, did you? Okay. So we go up in a nail shop. Mind you, this is California. And honestly, looking back, I feel like this was pretty cheap for short acrylics and a pedicure. This is pretty cheap. And then I think I got a few rhinestones. No, I ain't getting no rhinestones. Never mind. Let me not drag it. So yeah, that's what I get. Fast forward about 2 hours, because he act like he never been to the nail shop with me. He didn't know how long it took. So mind you, he huffing and puffing every now and then, I guess because it's taking a long time. And my daughter wasn't even acting up or crying or nothing. She was just doing baby stuff, like a little whine here and there. Fast forward, the lady tell us how much it is, right? Mind you, he pulled up to this place talking about, you want to get your nails and toes done. So that mean, I got you, babe. I'm finna pay for you. That's exactly what that mean. So she tell him 120. And he was like,
120? 120 for what?
Do not embarrass me. That's one thing that you are not going to do. You should, boy. You know what time it is. You know nails and toes are not $15 no more. Okay, this is not 2009. Even though he just made this little mini scene, he still like getting ready to pull out his money, acting like he's pulling out his money or whatever. So I'm like, you don't have to pay for it. I got it. And he was like,
no, you sure? You sure?
And I was like, yeah, I got it. Because one thing about it, you're not finna, I don't like when people like pretend they want to do something for you and then complain about how much it is. You should have at least been prepared to spend $250 on me if you trying to take me out and like do stuff for me and have a cute little, you know, couples there or whatever. Mind y'all, I've taken him on dates before where he didn't have to even like worry about nothing. Everything was paid for. Y'all, I'm so I wouldn't even say I'm so dumb. That's just how I am. Like, if we're together and we're dating, we're gonna date, you know. So maybe one time you get it and I'll get it the next time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like, I'm like that if we're dating and we're together, but at the same time, I feel like that 50-50 bull-ish living together and stuff, I don't necessarily, if it's a situation where somebody want to go 50-50 with me, I'm just keep it all the way real. This is me and my opinion. If you disagree, everybody not going to agree. I know some people going to disagree, but let me know your thoughts. If we going 50-50 in a relationship, like living together wise, bill wise, I'd rather just pay for everything myself and have my own space. You know what I mean? And I'm just being honest because I feel that way because I don't necessarily want to live with nobody again. I like having my own space. I like that maybe if we're dating, you can go home and I can go home and, you know, we can get excited to see each other again. I don't know. That's just how I am now. That's the headspace I am in now, just because I was with and I lived with somebody for so many years that I'm not for it right now. But yeah, that's not the point. The point is I don't hesitate when it comes to pull that card out or pull that cash out. But he was hesitating and I was like, you know what? Forget it. I got it because this is embarrassing. Okay, so then he goes like, you know how when you like, nah, I got it. And somebody be like, you sure? Well, let me at least do this. And they think that you're going to be like, no, I got it. So he was like, let me at least pay for your toes. And I was like, okay. And he was like, well, how much is it? Like $15? I was like, it's $35. I know you seen the little pamphlet thing because I saw him looking at the menu. And then I got the cheapest pedicure, no add-ons or nothing. No wax, no stones, none of that. And I be liking that. But I was like, you know what? I know how he is. He like the penny pinch. So let me go ahead and get this $35 pedicure. So he was like, $35, all right. But I know it hurt him in the soul. He probably thought, man, that's the price of 2 pedicures because he thought it was $15. My nails was like $80-something. And mind you, I had got like really short nails with basic nail polish, like no gel or nothing like that. It was just like basic. And honestly, they weren't that short. They were probably medium length. Mind you, before he paid for my pedicure, I was like, nah, it's fine. I got it because I really take care of myself because I don't ever want to feel like I owe somebody something. So he was like,
I got you. Nah, it's good. Tatiana, I got you.
I was like, not this nigga really trying to flip the script. You get on my fucking nerves so bad. He will always do shit like that. Like, bruh, you was just tripping. Cut it out. Stop it. Get some help. So fast forward, by the time we leaving, it's basically dark now. So like, what can we do? You know, I mean, maybe we could. No, it was really dark. I didn't really want to go to the beach or nothing. And honestly, I don't even feel like he was gonna take us to the beach for real. I think he was just talking, looking back. But at the time, I believed it. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have a little fun day, whatever. No, didn't happen. All I did was get my nails and toes done. So we in the car, and he was like, so what, you want to go out to eat? And I was like, yes. In my head, I'm like, thank you. At least I didn't like get cute as fuck for no reason. He was like, all right, look up some spots around here. And I'm like, bruh, you supposed to be doing all of this. But I don't even say nothing. I just pull up maps and I start like looking for restaurants and stuff over here. He was like, what, you want some steak? So we both agreed that we wanted some steak. I started looking up steakhouses. He decided that he wanted to go somewhere closer to the room, right? So as he's driving, I'm still seeing like what we're about to pass and what's near wherever the direction that we going, basically. So we get closer to the room and it's really nothing over there. And I think he knew that because when we got to the room, he was like, yeah, you know, I really like this hotel. I done been here like 3-4 times. Every time I come out here, basically, I get this hotel. So I know that he was familiar with the surrounding area because you always stay at this one hotel because you like the little homey feel of it or whatever. So I think he knew that nothing was around here, but I remember there being like a El Pollo Loco. I saw an In-N-Out, an Applebee's, a Chili's, and there was an Outback Steakhouse. one Outback Steakhouse like further down. So I'm like, there's an Outback Steakhouse or whatever. And I saw the look on his face. It was like, damn. Because I was naming everything, and Applebee's and Chili's was like the only two real like go in type sit down restaurant options. And I know he wanted it to be like Chili's or something. But then I seen Outback Steakhouse, and I'm like, Outback Steakhouse is only like 3 miles down the thing. And he was like, I seen the look on his face was like, bitch, nobody told you to do a scavenger hunt on the maps to see. So we ride down the the look on his face. So we ride down the Outback Steakhouse. Outback Steakhouse looked kind of packed, but not really. Like, I'm pretty sure we probably had to wait 20 minutes or something. So he was like, man, it's packed, man. I don't feel like waiting. I'm hungry as hell. Like, I want my food now, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, so you don't want to wait? You don't want to go here? He was like, man, nah, let's go somewhere else. He was like, what you want to do, Chili's? I'm like, no, I'm thinking, no, nigga, you want to do Chili's. At this point, I had been all chilied out. Like 4 years of Chili's. How long we had been together? Yeah, like 4 years at that point. 4 years of Chili's. Like, that was every quote unquote, not even date. Because even when he used to take me out, we still like went half. That's that 50-50 stuff I'm not doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we would always go half on the freaking bill. So I'm like, oh, Chili's, yay, 2 for $20, woo. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with Chili's, but listen, this was supposed to be something different. There's nothing wrong with Chili's, but I'm gonna be completely honest. Chili's is just down there with fast food to me. Like, Chili's gives fast food. The last few times I went to Chili's, it's now on my shit list because my food was cold. My broccoli was raw. I gave them my broccoli back. They brought it out and it was raw but less raw. I mean, raw. I eat raw broccoli, but I want steamed broccoli. Like, that's not the point. You know what I'm saying? It's the principle. So yeah, I was like, And it was cold. Like, did y'all go back, steam it and ice it and bring it back to me? Because how is it still cold? I was so done with Chili's. He was like, well, look up the menu for Chili's or whatever. Like, as if we don't know what Chili's got. We knew that whole menu back and forth. I was like, I already know what I want. And he was like, well, pull it up and let me look at it. You ain't got no phone? Your phone, it don't work. It died. What's up with your phone? And he was like, well, what you getting? I was like, I'm getting the crispy chicken crispers. What's them shits called? The crispy honey chicken crispers. I don't know. Y'all know that chicken, the chicken tenders with the honey on it and the sauce is good as hell with the fries and like some broccoli or something. I don't know. Or corn. I think I used to get corn. So I ended up getting that and he got ribs or something. So yeah, I call in the order, call that in, and then we got like an appetizer and something else. With his two sides too. We sit in the Chili's like parking lot because they told us like 20 minutes. So we had to sit there for 20 minutes anyway. We could have went to Outback Steakhouse. Yeah, around the 15-minute mark, he was like,
you gonna go in and get it?
I guess so. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll go in and get it. Like, I'm just stumped.
The nigga was too stunned to speak.
Like, that's how I was feeling. Like, I gotta do everything? Okay, this is clearly not my day. This is your day. So I get out of the car, walk into the door. Halfway to the door, I realized this nigga didn't give me no money to pay. Am I supposed to pay? So I'm like, okay, no. Maybe he's gonna give me the money when I like pay for it and get back in the car. Maybe he'll give me the cash. So I go up in there, tell them my name for the order. That was like, okay, 5 more minutes. Y'all, I end up waiting for this food for another 30 minutes. Another 30 minutes. I wait so long to the point where when the food was done, they forgot that I hadn't paid yet. So she just gave me the food and she was like, okay, enjoy the rest of your night. And I was like, okay, thank you. So bitch, I walk out the door because first of all, I was waiting 30 minutes. Okay. And this is Chili's. I'm not saying shit. So I walk out the door, y'all. Wait a second, because this happened like a few weeks ago. I don't know if it was like I don't know if this was an accident or purposely done, but a few weeks ago, the same thing happened. Every time this situation happened and people forget that I hadn't paid yet or like, you know, you gave me free food, I always play it cool until I get to that door. But when I'm outside that door, I am running, I'm dipping off. So that's what happened. After I got out the door, I ran to the car. Shaking the food. I'm just running, shaking the damn food. I did not care. This shit free. So I get in the car in a rush. And he was like, why you running? And I was like, she forgot I didn't pay. And then like, I'm just like talking real fast. And he was like, Like, that nigga was on it. One thing about it, if I commit a crime, I'm calling Dre J because he be available and ready, okay? So he was already, like, putting the gear in ready to zoom off. So I was like, wait, let me check it. And he was like, who cares? It's free. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. My dumb ass talking about, let me check it. Bitch, who cares? You just got free food and it's a big ass bag. So whatever is in here, it's a lot of in here, okay? Shit. Whole ride, we just talking about how this lady forgot that I didn't pay for the food and we both just happy. And that really just what made me get out of my little really nigga attitude, because like the whole day I'm just thinking, I thought this day was for me, or at least for like a family type thing, like finna get spoiled a little something because I never had that before. But yeah, whatever. The free food definitely made everything better. When we got to the room, we ate and stuff, and you know, I fed my daughter again. Like I always multitask with stuff. Just like when I had got ready that earlier that day, like I was multitasking. When she woke up, I stopped, fed her, gave her a bath, did this. She fall back asleep, whatever. So basically, after I would feed my daughter, like oh, and you know what? At this time, my baby was still eating, like, not necessarily baby food, but stuff like soft stuff, like applesauce, sometimes like French fries and mashed potatoes and stuff like that. I think Dre got mashed potatoes because I was like, no, listen, somebody need to get fries and or mashed potatoes. I know it's both potatoes, but like that's what she liked as far as like table food. What else did she like? Chicken. So I think I got the sauce on the side for my chicken crispies, whatever they call it. Y'all know them honey chicken crispers. Let me know what they call, because it's really irking me. What are they called? That's the only thing I get from Chili's. I'm really having a brain fart. Anyway, my point is my baby was asleep. One thing about my baby, she would knock out after a meal. Like, she really be getting the itis. I'm like, dang, who is this old lady? I didn't think kids got the itis after they ate. But actually, yeah, I remember feeding her formula and babies knock right out sometimes during eating. I remember breastfeeding her and she would just knock out. So yeah, basically my baby sleep. And one thing about it, the food put me in a good mood. Like I was willing to like talk to him and blah blah blah, but I was not in a mood. Very much turned off by this day, and he was trying to get nasty, and I was just like, really? What in the world make you think that you deserve some booty? Like, we were drinking, we was mixing like Coke and Crown and stuff. So, you know, you get a little freaky deaky off one thing about it, Crown is not the liquor that put me in a mood. It's usually like Hennessy. That Casamigos did it for me before. What else? Like, certain alcohols don't just make me horny. It's not all of them. It's just like certain ones. I guess maybe he was horny or he wanted to get freaky. So I was just like, in my head, I'm like, oh, hell no. He out his mind. So I tried to pretend like I was too tired. So I'm like, no, I'm really tired. I'm tired. I'm full as hell. I'm stuffed. Like, I just can't. I don't have the energy. You know, whatever. Just going on lying. And I knew he knew I was lying. But guess what? I don't care. Fast forward to the next day. And this is why I was glad I didn't give him none, because you specifically said that you wasn't gonna have me in a room all day. The next day, when he woke up, he left, went to go handle business, to the point where he was gone like almost all day. He was gone. No, actually he was gone all day. And I just would have felt so dumb. Like, I'm up here sitting up in my room, like just looking stupid. I was in there with my daughter watching TV, was playing around a little bit. He finally come back. It's nighttime. He come back with a bunch of stuff, and then he continues to handle business. If you get it, you get it. I'm not really finna say it, but read between the lines. And I know for the females out there that's ever been in a relationship or ever dealt with the local tree man, you know what I'm talking about. This was a business trip and I got finessed into going. I really think that he needed somebody to help him drive looking back. That's it. That's all. And honestly, you could have asked one of your homeboys, but maybe they was flaky and shaky. They weren't gonna come through. So he had to finesse my dumb butt. So yeah, next morning, same thing, but except this time, like other times when I got pissed off, I'm like, I'm not driving that much. Fuck this, fuck that. I'm so sorry. That's just how I felt. So next day, as I do start it off, I pop it off because I absolutely hate driving at night. So I will drive all the way until it gets dark. So that's what we did. We leave, we go to In-N-Out one last time, and then we head on the road. So he drive like almost, I think we switched off one more time, but he drive like basically the whole way because, I mean the rest of the way, because he had popped the Addy. And I didn't like taking those because matter of fact, I used to have to take those and I didn't like how they made me feel. So I never was like, let me get one. I want to stay up all day for 5 days. Like, no. But he used to take them. So honestly, he really could have popped the Addy and made the drive by himself. You could have did this by yourself. Even then, I still wouldn't have wanted him to do that because that's really dangerous. I know I'm talking mess now, but in the moment back then, I wasn't acting ungrateful or nothing like that. I mean, I probably did make a few facial expressions, but for the most part, I was just like, yeah, whatever. Because, and honestly, it wasn't a terrible time. But you make these promises, and to be honest, that was the most I had gotten, because honestly, he didn't pay for my toes and stuff when we was in Houston. Like, I didn't, none of that. We was 50-50 on the Chili's. I don't know how this would have went this time, but at least this time at Chili's, it was free. Maybe that was his version of spoiling me, but let me tell you what my version is. Okay, so fast forward. So anyway, we get home, whatever, settle in. It was what it was. Fast forward a few weeks. I guess he flipped the profit again. And he was up again because, you know, that walk had got different again. At this point and at this time, things had been going really good. That's probably why I thought that. Like, we were in our own space. I mean, there was a few problems, but not relationship problems, just like problems with the apartment that I would just complain about because I couldn't with that apartment. But yeah, things was going really good. I hadn't checked his phone in so freaking long because that's how good things was going. Like, I'm talking months on months on months. And I'm just on the phone with Dum Dum. Dum Dum is Dre's brother, baby mama. And we was cool. So I'm on the phone with her and I'm telling her like what I want to do for him. Y'all, mind you, this was before. I have another story time about how I got a room for him and I was trying to do something sexy for him. And Dum Dum was like, you stole my idea. This was before that. So girl, I've been trying to do cute shit. Like, I don't know. Like, I just thought it was like so funny how she was just really like, you stole my idea, bitch, you're copying me type shit. And I was like, girl, somebody doing something sexy for that man right now. Ain't nobody copying nobody. It's just something that females do. Like, what? So yeah, when you got your own apartment, it's kind of dumb to get a room unless it's like a staycation or a vacation in the city. But we wasn't doing that. So I just felt like, why I'm gonna get a room and I got my own like place, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just do it here. I don't know how, but I'm gonna try to finesse it. So whatever, I went to the store one day and I bought all this stuff. I bought these like Alaskan shrimp, I bought steak, asparagus, mashed potatoes, because I was going to cook for him. Then I bought all these candles. I bought bath bombs for men, some cute, then I went out and bought cute underwear, and then like this cute like lingerie top and some fishnets, right? Finna really do it up. So I was doing this on a Friday and I knew what time he got off work. So obviously I had went to the store on that Thursday, and y'all, I went to the point where I was going to make this garlic herb butter, like from scratch. Well, not the butter from scratch, but I was going to get the stick of butter, room temperature, mash it down, put all the garlics. I mean, it required like fresh thyme, fresh oregano, fresh this, fresh that, garlic and all this stuff. So I waited until like 12 o'clock when he had went to sleep because I knew he had to get up early. So I knew he was going to sleep. I waited till midnight. We laid down and everything. We shut the house down. Wait till he was asleep. My daughter was asleep too. I got back up to make this butter, and then I put it back in the butter container and I put it back in the refrigerator so it can get hard again. Like, that's how I was prepping the food while he was asleep, basically, like seasoning it and everything. And then I hid it in the fridge. Anyway, I knew what time he was going to get off at work on Friday. And then he worked like almost an hour away. So I knew if he got off at 5, he was going to basically be home at 6. So I was going to start prepping the food at 5, like when he got off, right? 5 o'clock rolled around and I'm starting like to set everything up. I bought all these candles. I'm setting up candles, lighting candles. I don't know why I lit the candles. Y'all just love candles. That's why I lit the candles so early. I even went as far as to buy a speaker to set the mood, play some freaky deaky music later on. So yeah, I'm listening to the speaker. I'm listening to music, setting everything up, playing with my daughter. She in her little walker thing, walking all around the house, whatever. And yeah, I'm doing all that. I'm like setting up the bathroom. I'm just putting everything in there, like laying out the towels, putting the bath bombs, lighting the candles. We had one of them scent thingies, you know, the oil, whatever. I'm too much details, my bad. So yeah, I'm making the house look real nice, really setting the mood. All of a sudden, I hear the door open. Mind you, it's like 5 o'clock, almost like on the dot. I hear the door open. And I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, I was scared. And he was like, what you got going on in here? What you doing in here? And I was like, no, you are ruining my surprise. You're ruining my surprise. And he was like, nah, I could leave out. Like, I just came to get something. I'm about to go meet somebody. Like, about to hit a lick or whatever, blah, blah, blah. He was in the house for like all of 10 minutes, tried to come in the kitchen. I'm like, no, get out, whatever. So he left. And he was like, all right, I'm going to be back in about an hour. I was like, okay, cool, perfect. Oh, y'all, mind you, when I was like, what are you doing here? He was like, I got off early. I got off at 2. Mind you, it's 5 o'clock. So I wanted to be so bad. I wanted to be like, motherfucker, where you been? But but I was just like, all right, now I'm going to let it go for the greater good because I do not want nothing to F up this perfect night I got planned. I stressed about this so much, planning all of this so much. I'm like, all right, listen, I don't care. He probably was at the apartment that we had just moved out with that roommate, the dude roommate. He was probably over there playing a PlayStation. I finished setting everything up. I cooked like the sides first because steak and shrimp, it don't take that long. But honestly, I used to overcook the fuck out of steak. And that's really how we both used to cook steak. And we both thought like that's how you do it. Now I like my steak medium rare. No, medium well. We're still a little pink, but not like bloody, you know? Back then, I used to cook that shit to well done, like bitch is done. Like I used to cook it past well done. Past well done, bitch is done, okay? Rubbery as hell, stupid. So yeah, I cooked that last because I was like, okay, shrimp definitely don't take that long and steak don't really take that long either if you cook it high enough and fast enough. Anyway, he called and said that he on the way. So that's when I put on the steak first. And then I put the shrimp on like in the other side of the pan so it could cook. Then I add that butter. Y'all, I put that butter in everything. Everything was tasting like that garlic butter. That butter was so freaking good. I wish I still had the recipe. Like, I was just eating that butter up like with everything. If I could have put that butter on a cracker and just ate it, it was that good. Like, I'm so for real. I put it in the mashed potatoes, the asparagus, the shrimp, the steak. I know all y'all food ain't supposed to have the same taste, but I couldn't help it. It was just so good. He walk in, whatever, and he come. First thing he tried to do was come in the kitchen and micromanage me because that's the one thing he loves to do. Tell me how to cook, bruh. I've been cooking since I was 11. I got this, player. I got this. So I was like, get out, like go sit down, kick your feet up, relax. I got this. So I finished cooking. I make our plates. I had some wine. I had wine and liquor, but we was drinking wine because I was like, you know, this is classy. But actually, before I made our plates and stuff, I fed my baby first because to this day, I make my baby plate. No, not to this day because it's only me and my baby, but I make her plate first. And even when me and Dre was together after this, like my baby is eating first. I'm sorry. Like when y'all in a relationship, this is a thing, a little debate I've seen, like who eats first? Is it the man? Is it your children? For me, it's my children. My children are eating first. And then him. And then me. That's how it goes for me. I fed her first, and like I said, my baby, she didn't fall asleep right away. She fell asleep eventually. By the time I made our plates and stuff, she was knocked out, full knocked out. So yeah, and she had a bath and stuff, so it was easy for her to go to sleep. Make our plates, we in the room, we eating, we talking. He was like,
oh, this shit good. This shit real good for real. This shit good. What kind of shrimp is this?
We eating. We started eating. We had probably took 2 bites each, and his phone just started ringing. I'm thinking it's somebody that wants some tree, right? Whoever called, they call again. And that's when he started mumbling like, this nigga. Do he see what time it is, bro? Nah, it's too late for that shit, bro. I'm with my family. This is family time. Like, niggas ain't got no family. They don't know this and did that. And I immediately side-eye the hell out of him. Because usually, like, bro, when you with somebody for so long, you know them and their moves. Usually he would make them comments like, nah, it's too late, bro. It's too late. But he going on and on, like, making this whole dialect, talking to himself. And I'm like, nah, When there's people calling for tree, he would be like, nah, it's too late. Or he'll just answer and lie like, yeah, what's up, man? I ain't got it right now. Like, hit me in the morning. I'm gonna have it in the morning, whatever. But something was different about this. By the third call, because it was like back to back to back, by the third call, I'm like, I'm trying to say, first of all, his phone was flipped over. I don't care like how good of a time we were in, like he always had that phone flipped over. It's been times when I didn't even think he was cheating or anything like that. He just always had his phone face down. He still do that to this day. If when I see him to this day, we're not together. When I see him and like he on his phone or something, he always flip it down. So I don't know. And he not the only dude I seen do that. Like I noticed my brother do that. Like I don't know. Do y'all dudes be flipping their phone down? Let me know. Cause I didn't at first. I did equate that to being sneaky, but as the years went on, I'm like, that's just something he do. I guess I don't really care about that. But yeah, the phone was flipped over, so I couldn't see the name. So by the third call, I'm like, oh, why don't you just answer and tell them, like, so they can stop calling? And he was like, man,
Nah, man, they know what time it is, and they know I got a family and blah, blah, blah.
and I was like, what the fuck? Tell this nigga so he can stop calling you. Like, that's all I'm thinking about. Like, what are you talking about? They know I got a family. What? Who cares about that? He don't care about that. He wants some tree. Like, if it's really a dude. We on call number 4. And I'm like, just answer. Can you just answer the phone? Because, like, I'm sick of this. Like, we trying to have a night, you know, just answer and let them know. At least that's what I said. I really wanted to hear because 9 times out of 10, no, not 9 times, 8 times out of 10, he would have his phone on speaker. He would answer the phone and put it on speaker if it's just like a lick or something. But even if he didn't, I could still hear, like his phone would be loud enough where I could still tell the difference whether it's male or female calling. So I just wanted to hear it, and you know that I was super focused. So, you know, he answered and I pretend like I'm looking at my plate and I glanced up at him and I see him trying to slick cut the volume down. I don't know if he thought I wasn't gonna look at him because he did one of these and he tried to cut. Boy, I can see you. I still see you. So he answered the phone and he started talking real vague. Mind you, I know him. I know how he talked to people when they call him for treat. So he answered the phone like,
Hey, hello? Yeah, nah, none.
They probably asked, what you doing? And he said, none. So I look at him like, nothing. You not doing nothing? Boy, I done cooked you this 5-star meal. Not 5-star, maybe it was 4 stars. I done cooked you this 4-star meal and I'm trying to serve you booty tonight with a bath and a massage and you talking about nothing? Okay. So I just look at him crazy and he was like, you know, man, I'm just telling this nigga that like type shit. I'm like, man, all right. So I'm still eating, acting like I'm not worried about what he's talking about.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna get you right. How much? Yeah. Nah, I got you. Yeah, all right. Give me a minute. All right.
And then he would do this thing where he'd be like, all right, Nick, like not say the full nigga, just like,
all right, nigga, yeah, whatever. All right.
So he kind of did one of them. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's a dude, but I don't know. It was so weird because he didn't say the whole nigga. So I'm like, I don't know. So he get off the phone. He take like 3 more bites of food and then he get up to go put his food in the microwave. Like I hear the microwave open and close. So I'm like, he done put his food in the microwave. He about to go. Immediately my attitude changed because you really finna try to pause our night for this, for something that could be like held off for tomorrow. Like we can't have one night. And that's how it is being with somebody that move around that much. Like y'all can't ever spend a lot of time together because they always on the move. Any second, anytime somebody call, they jump up and they go. And I hated that so much. Us trying to have movie nights and stuff. And like we would always have to pause the movie. He go hit about 2 licks, 3 licks. Another person call, hit that lick. And I'm just like, you know what? Forget the movie. No, I just like, hold on. Like we couldn't even go to the movies. Like I can probably count on both hands how many times we went to the movies our whole relationship. The mall, out of town, like no. Not unless it was like for him to handle business. That's the only time we went out of town for real. Unless it was a holiday. He come in the room, grabbed the keys, and he was like, I'm gonna be right back. I'm finna go make this play. And I look at him stupid. And he was like, man, it's right up the street. Just chill. It's right up the street. I'm gonna be real quick. I just roll my eyes like this and I keep eating. And then he just leave. He didn't care. Yeah, basically, I finished my food. I finished my wine by myself. And I go take a shower and I'm just chilling, whatever. I'm on Snapchat, I'm snapping and just whatever, waiting for him. Time is going by, so much time is going by. I was like, you know what, I'm not even finna call, because if it's too late, I'm already getting out the mood. And if it's too late, I'm gonna say F the rest of the night and I'm gonna take my ass to sleep. So an hour went by, a full hour went by. When you talking about it's just up the street, mind you, we lived in a small town. Like, how far and like what could you be doing for an hour? At like the 45-minute mark, I get a text talking about I'm on the way, and then he come like 15 minutes later. So this nigga come, and obviously I'm trying so hard not to have an attitude, but you really just did that. You see what I'm trying to do for you. You see the vibe, you see the candles, you looked in the bathroom, you seen everything, and you really paused that. He go in the bathroom and he get the bath bomb, and he walk into the room and he was like, we was gonna take a bath together or something like that, basically asking if we was gonna take a bath together. And I was like, we were, but I took a shower when you were gone. So I was a little irritated, I was a little irked, but I was still probably gonna do it. So I put it in my head, like, since I had taken a shower already, when he's in the bath, I was gonna change into my little cute little sexy outfit and give him a massage when he came out, right? So he's in the bath, I'm drinking wine, just chilling, waiting for him to get out of the bath. I'm like going up in there every now and then, seeing what he doing, and he just relaxing right in the tub with the bath bomb. Fast forward, he get out of the tub. Once again, he like, I guess he dried off in the restroom and stuff. He come up in the room with the massage oil that I had, and he was like,
what's this oil for, a massage?
And I was like, it was. And he was like,
Hey, man, come on, stop playing.
Like, basically, like, give him a massage. So I was like, all right, whatever. Anyway, while he's still like doing the rest of his dry off in the room, I go pour me some liquor. Actually, I pour both of us some liquor. I take 2 shots of Crown, and then I pour us both a mixed drink. So y'all, I'm mixing wine and liquor. He didn't even drink his wine. But me, I'm about to be faded. I don't want to TMI, but whatever. He just got out of bed and he laying. He just got out of the tub and he laying on the bed. So I started giving him a massage, about like a 20-30 minute massage, and to the point where he was about to almost fall asleep, I guess, because we had both been drinking. And y'all already know he started trying to get nasty. Let me stop. Okay, anyway, y'all already know he started trying to get nasty, but I was just like, it was something about the situation. Like, I should have been in the mood because I was drunk enough, but I wasn't all the way there mentally. I guess something inside of my gut knew that something was wrong. It still happened, but it wasn't it for me, you know? Like, I just wasn't there mentally. I wasn't there. Like, I was there, but whatever. So yeah, that end, whatever. I mean, it was a pretty decent night. It could have been better. It just didn't go the way that I thought. That's all I used to be wanting. I promise you, that's all I used to be wanting. Like, something simple. We didn't even have to go out and spend no money. You could have did something nice for me at the house. But people really gonna show you how much they care about you through their actions. So that spoke volumes. Honestly, I don't know why it didn't just like hit me. Like, I knew, but I didn't realize. It's a difference between knowing and realizing, for me at least, and the way that I look at things. And I'm not even gonna call my past self dumb, because I don't know. She needs a hug. My past self need a hug. My younger self need a hug. Ooh. Anyway, fast forward a few days. It was just this feeling I could not shake, and it was just like the old thoughts that the old me coming up, like springing up, like something's wrong, check his phone, like, you know. And it was like the old T coming out. And when I say old T, bitch, I mean crazy T, okay? Let's not even sugarcoat it. Crazy T was trying to rear her ugly head, and it was just like, check his phone. Now I'm thinking like, damn, I'm not that crazy bitch. I'm not the same crazy person. Like, bro, that was intuition, okay? Mind you, like I said, I hadn't checked his phone in months. I'm talking about so long. But even though I hadn't checked his phone, I still knew his passcode. Because one thing about it, I'm nosy. Like, sometimes I don't even be trying to see stuff, but I am just so nosy that I'm gonna notice it. So I knew his passcode, but I never checked his phone. But I kept it in the back of my brain. Like, I know that motherfucker just in case. Like, just in case something happened. Whatever, I know your passcode. Because I'm the type of person, I always think, like, if something happened to me, like, I at least want somebody to know my passcode. So the person that knows the passcode to my phone is my daughter. That's it, okay? She knows it, and if something happened to me, like, and whatever she can get in my phone, and they can like get whatever they need out of my phone, you know. I keep saying whatever, my bad, y'all. Anyway, I wait because one thing about it, I can hold things in. It hurt, but I can hold it in and I cannot say nothing. I don't like doing that much because I just feel real fake knowing something, but then I'm smiling in your face. So I never really held things in unless it needed to be held in. Anyway, I wait till that night when he went to sleep. Around this time, this is a point in time where he didn't hide his phone no more when he went to sleep, because he used to just, y'all, I told y'all, this boy hid his phone under the bed and he put his shoes in front of it before. He, where else? Where's the other crazy spot he had his phone? 9 times out of 10, it was under his pillow, which you should never sleep with your phone under your pillow. Another time, I seen him get his phone from under the mattress in the morning. He thought I was asleep. That nigga pulled up half the mattress and got his phone. I was like, I know you. Am I sleeping? Am I dreaming? I know you lying. I know you lying. This boy would, sometimes, one time I tried to get his phone in the middle of the night. I think I fell asleep before him and I woke up in the middle of the night because I would wake myself up in the middle of the night sometimes to go through his phone. Probably set a quiet alarm or something. And I was checking all around. I was checking his pants pockets, under his clothes, everywhere, nothing. So something was like, the living room. So I went in the living room. I'm checking the living room, nothing. Then I was like, couch cushions. This nigga hid his phone and his keys in the couch cushions. And I know what you're thinking, like, oh, maybe it slipped in the couch cushions. No, because I saw him hide his phone in the couch cushions before. And then recently... recently he was over here and he was over here, right? And he came back because he forgot something. I'm like, what did you forget? He dug up in the couch cushions and he was like, this is where I hide my vape. I always hide my vape in the couch cushions. And I was like, this motherfucker used to hide his phone in the couch cushions. He used to hide his phone in the couch cushions. I got a flashback. Anyway, so yeah, he didn't hide his phone no more, so I could just go through it. Y'all already know I had a toxic little tea flashback. I got his phone. I went up in that bathroom. Y'all already know the bathroom is my spot. That was just my safe place. It had a lock on the door. Our room door didn't have a lock on it, so whatever, I felt safe in the bathroom because if I needed more time, it would give me more time, that lock. So I went through his phone. I went through the messages first, which took a little minute. But, you know, first, when I go through a phone, I skim through everything. Like, I try to skim through everything quickly. And then if I have more time, that's when I'll thoroughly go through stuff. So I'm like, messages, okay, nothing. Instagram, nothing. What else? Snapchat? No. I didn't even check Snapchat first. I checked Snapchat last. I went to the emails next. I don't know. I thought it was 2004 and he was emailing bitches. I don't know. So nothing was in the email, duh. But then I went to Snapchat and I'm like, oh, Snapchat, nothing. Who's sending him a picture? But it was like a picture in the form of a video, if that makes sense. Or is that how that is on Snapchat? Yeah, that's how that is on Snapchat. I'm tripping. But anyway, somebody had sent him a picture. It was some random girl. Mind you, I was clicking on all the random girls, but then I get to this one girl. She was at the top or close to the top, because he was Snapchatting all kinds of people for tree, for this, for that, like all kinds of stuff. So he was a local tree man. He had a lot of people on Snapchat. So this girl, I click on the picture and it's her titties. Caption on the picture, you get on my nerves. So first of all, I'm having a mini heart attack. I can't believe what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing. Like, this girl sent her titties and she actually has some really nice boobs. I'm having a mini heart attack. I'm like, what the fuck? No, this is a mistake, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm going through like the 7 stages of delusion in my head or whatever. So I'm like, okay, it has a replay option. So I replay it and I screenshot it. And you know, Snapchat be snitching. So it said, whatever his Snapchat name is, screenshot it, your photo or whatever. So I screenshot it. I'm just analyzing. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the caption. I'm analyzing the caption. The caption, it sounded like, okay, it sounded like he was begging for this. Like, he been asking for this for a while type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, no. Who's this bitch? I take her name. What do I do first? I do Instagram first. I go on Instagram, search her name, nothing. I search his followers, nothing. Search his following, nothing. So I did something through Snapchat. I think I went to see how if she was in his contacts through Snapchat though, and she wasn't. So I then go to the messages, and I'm thumbing through all of these messages. Mind you, he's sneaky and he hide girls under guy names. So I would have needed at least 2 hours to really thumb through all that, and I didn't know if I had that time, because he's a type of person that like to get up in the middle of the night to go drink some water or go pee or like whatever, probably smoke just to get that good rest. Who knows? He'd be waking up in the middle of the night. That's my whole point. Especially if he see that I'm not beside him. That's a red flag to him. So yeah, so I'm going through the messages. I don't see nothing with her. So since I don't see her, I delete that mess. I delete their thread. I delete her, and I block her on Snapchat. Now, I know you can go to your blocked people and unblock people, but Dre I've blocked so many people on his like accounts. I don't think that he know to do that. I don't think he know to go check his blocked people to unblock them, because I've blocked so many people on Facebook, so many people on his Instagram and Snapchat. So yeah, he probably just think that people fell off the face of the planet when whole time they blocked. I got this picture, right? Screenshotted it. Sent it to myself, deleted that message, then deleted the screenshot out of his gallery. So now I got this picture in my phone, and I'm just staring at it. And my heart beating so fast. I got so much anxiety. My hands is shaking. I'm looking at my phone. I'm just like, it's 11:11. That's a sign. Anyway, my hands is shaking on my phone. Everything is shaking. My whole body is shaking. And I'm just like, no. I thought he was, no. We was going so good. Like, it rocked my little world, because I really trusted him. I really put trust into him. Like, I wasn't questioning him. We wasn't getting into it at this point. After that, everything went downhill. And if you on a membership, you know about like one of our bad fights, our terrible fights where our neighbors called the police, and it was a lot. That's when everything went downhill, after I saw this titty picture. So yeah, y'all, I promise you, I wanted to go smack the crap out of him, wake him up or something, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna hold it until the morning, until I see him tomorrow. And he got up before me, so I was gonna have to wait till he got home, because I wanted to do this in person. And I just felt so dumb just going back, like, bruh, I done did all this shit for him. Like, I tried to spoil him and make this nice, cute little date night type of vibe in the house, just for me to see this a few days later. So you've been talking to whoever this is. Mind you, their messages, I did look at their messages, but you know, Snapchat, you don't save the messages unless you press on it. And he wasn't one to like hold the messages. Like, any messages me and him had on Snapchat, I saved. He didn't save it. And then just knowing his patterns, he didn't save messages. If any messages was saved, the other person saved them. So nothing was really saved. They had a few saved messages that she probably saved, but it was like little stuff like, yeah, hey, what you doing? Okay, yeah, this like little vague stuff that I couldn't make out. That's not to say that they wasn't talking though. So when he get home, I got an attitude. I hadn't even thought about how to break it to him. I mean, not even break it to him, how I was going to check him, because I really did not want to argue, but at the same time, you're not going to disrespect me. You know, when stuff is so good, you don't, well, at least I'm not going to say you. I didn't want to be that person to mess it up, but in reality, he's the one that messed it up. I just found out about it, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know how to like just jump in there, because he home, he thinking everything good, whatever, we having a good time, you know, he want to watch a movie or something. I was just like, okay, I can't do it right away because I don't want my daughter to be up. So I had to wait. I felt so fake holding this in for a few hours, but I was just like, okay, all I have to do is wait to feed my baby and for her to get the itis and then her to fall asleep and blah, blah, blah. Fast forward. Gotta be fake as hell, but he knew something was off. He was like,
what's wrong?
He just kept saying stuff like,
what's wrong? What's wrong with you? Like, what's up? What's up?
You know, that guilty shit. That's that guilty shit. Like, I knew him. Finally, my daughter fell asleep on the couch. She fell asleep on the couch, and I was like, ooh, this is it. Like, this is the time. Like, I got scared and I got nervous, because I knew after I confronted him with this, it wasn't gonna be the same. We wasn't finna live in this false bliss no more. So I'm like, shit is just never gonna change. I say something like that, and he was like, what that mean? And I was like it's always gonna be a bitch, huh? And he was like, oh my God, here you go. Just like, and I was like, well, here it is. I done jumped right in. I done put one paw in, let me go in and jump in. So I was like, yeah, here I go, because you always fucking with somebody, and it's just like boom, it took off from there. We in the room, my baby's on the couch sleeping. He was like, bro, what the fuck? I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not talking. You want to go through my phone? The thing is, like, a lot of the time, like 8 times out of 10, when he was like, you want to go through my phone? Bro, you could go through my phone. You could go through my phone. I never took the bait. But this time, little did he know, boy, I already went through your phone. So you gonna give me this phone and everything finna be different up in here. I'm not stupid. I already seen it, bro. I'm not finna know. You can keep your little phone. So I was like, no, I don't want to go through your phone. I already seen what I need to see. So I didn't want to tell him did I tell him I went through his phone? Yeah, this was a point in time I did not give a fuck. I ain't even hide stuff. Like in the beginning, I used to lie like somebody sent me something. Y'all, that's the that's the go-to lie, bro. That's the go-to lie. Somebody sent me this. Who? Somebody. Girl, ain't nobody say, you went through that nigga phone. You went through his phone. So I didn't care no more though. I told him like, I went through your phone and bitches are sending you titty pictures. So he was like,
titty pic? Ain't nobody sending me no titty.
I was like, yes, they are. Yes, she is. And then I was like, Nikki the Great. That wasn't her name, but it was like something like that. So I say the name, Nikki the Great, sent you a titty picture. I screenshotted it. I seen it and blah, blah, blah. So I'm just showing him the phone. He was like, what? What the fuck? What? So I show him the thing and he's like holding my hand so he could see the picture so I could stop moving and he could see it clearly. And I'm like, yeah, who is she? Who is she? And he was like, bro, how the fuck do you have this? How is this on your phone? And blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I went on your Snapchat. I seen it. I seen you been talking to her and I seen everything that y'all was talking about. And he probably was like bullshit because the messages wasn't saved, but he act like he didn't know. He was like, what was we talking? We wasn't talking about nothing. What did you see? She wanted some tree. Like, we wasn't talking about nothing. Like, she got a dude and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, if she got a man, why is she sending you her breast? And he was like, she ain't sending that to me. Like, I don't know. Maybe that was an accident. Like, I swear. Blah, blah, blah. Just going in. I'm like, no, I have the proof here. The proof is in the pudding. He was just deny. One thing about him, he is going to deny and he's going to stick to it. Even when I knew the truth, just like when he had slept with his neighbor a few years earlier. Deny. Even when he saw me walking with her, talking with her, he still denied until the very last moment where he just couldn't deny no more because it was pointless. Everybody knew the truth. Everybody around us was talking about it and you still trying to stick to this lie. That's weird. So yeah, one thing that he would do when he got caught in a lie or when he did something he had to lie about it, he was like, man, that's embarrassing. Who wants to admit to that? That's embarrassing. Everybody always trying to embarrass me and blah, blah, blah. So that's why I felt like he always used to like stick to his lie because he would try to use that and I'm embarrassed. That's embarrassing. He would try to use that. And I would just be like, why are you embarrassed? What? You're embarrassed? Why are you embarrassed? You've done this shit. Like, you did this. What are you talking about? You want somebody to feel bad for you to talking about you're embarrassed? I don't feel bad for you. So he tried to do some shit like that. And I'm like, no, hell no, that's not working. That's not going to work. It was like, then when that didn't work, he was like, I can't never get no privacy. You always going through my shit. Mind you, I hadn't been through his phone in like so long, but I understand because I had invaded his privacy in the past. Like a lot, like beyond invasion. So I get that, but that's not going to work either. Own up to it. It's time to own up to something. And he just could never do that. So yeah, after that, everything pretty much went downhill. And I mean quickly, like hell in a handbasket type shit. It was bad. It was very bad. If you're on the membership, you already know one of the stories. And that's just one of the stories. We've had many DV situations because I don't know what you can and can't say on YouTube. YouTube really be tripping. And yeah, they will suppress your content or take your ads away. So I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna say we have many DV situations. And in that house, in our relationship in general. And one of the last ones, y'all keep asking about the final moment, but there's so much more. I'm not gonna skip to the final moment, so please stop asking. There is so much more. Why would I skip to the end? Like, y'all are not gonna get it. Yeah, that's pretty much that situation. But yeah, that's how that went. It went left real quick. After that, nothing was the same. I felt like we took 40 steps backwards and it was just terrible. It was very terrible. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I don't want it to be too long. And then I have an appointment to go to. So yeah, let me just go on, stop rambling. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you didn't give it one on the way in, leave me a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this. If y'all ever been in a situation like this where y'all man did nothing for you, but you was the one spoiling him, like you was the dude in a situation. I don't know, whatever. That's how I felt sometimes. Like, bruh, am I the dude? Because I really like to spoil my significant other. Like, I like to do, like, I guess acts of affection or something like that is my love language. Something like that. I'm not quite sure how to word that. But yeah, I like to do for people. I'm a giver. I'm a giver. And sometimes I tend to overgive. That be the little people pleaser in me jumping out. But I kind of got that under control, because it doesn't matter how much you do for somebody. If you're doing for the wrong person, they're never going to be satisfied. So yeah, I kind of went back on that a lot. And yeah, what else? Hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time your girl posts. Check out the channel if you're new here. I have a lot of story times. You can catch up on them, binge them, y'all. Oh my god, it's tea. Anyway, y'all already know what time it is. Thank you so much for watching. I love y'all so much, and I'm gonna see you on my next one. Bye. Y'all, don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. I will list them on the screen. My TikTok, Instagram, and that's really all I got. TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Because I don't get on Snapchat no more, so it's no use the point putting that. But yeah. Yeah. I felt like with me, he penny pinched no matter how much money he had. But with others, you know, they... Ugh. Y'all, I got so many story times. Like, we gonna really get into that, because Dre was talking about flying bitches out and all kinds of stuff. You ain't never flew me out. Why you ain't never flew me out? Y'all, let's get into it. That's another story. I'm so sorry. I just got a flashback. I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah. I gave you cash. Drive. You want to drive? I can't. So I'm just like, what the? It's been 2 hours. 2 hours is a long time to be waiting around for people. One thing about it, when I tell somebody this time and we're gonna do this, like, I'm gonna be early for one. Like, I don't like leaving people waiting. That gives me anxiety. I don't care who it is. I don't like having nobody waiting on me ever. Like, in my mind, when I do something, when I know I want to do something for somebody, I prepare myself like, all right, I'm gonna at least spend this much on them. And if it's a little more, then that's fine. If I can't afford to do it, I'm not going to offer to do it. You know what I mean? Honey chicken crisper tenders. Chicken honey crisp. Honey chicken crispers? Honey chicken tender crispers, I think. My baby's gonna come before anything. If my baby coming before me, she's definitely coming before you. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, she had pierced it. Whatever, it don't matter. But that was really nice. I just got home. No, I don't know what her face looked like, but these, they looked amazing. No.